Whether the media projects a winner of the presidential election or the president accepts those projections has absolutely no bearing on who will actually be inaugurated as president in January.
And David Winter takes us through the steps that are necessary to get to that point.
The Constitution and several amendments and laws spell out very specifically what needs to happen and when those things happen before it's actually determined who will be sitting in the Oval Office on January 20th.
We'll have fights. We have things to resolve. Just happens in any important election. And there is time to do this, not a ton of time.
Paul Smith, speaking on a panel for the National Task Force on Election Crises, says there are irregularities, lawsuits, and recounts in most elections. And here is why there's not a ton of time. December 8th, the state safe harbor deadline when states announce their results. But that's a fuzzy deadline.
Safe harbor is not required harbor. If it takes till the 14th to sort it out, you may not get the benefit of Congress pledging in advance to abide by the state's resolution, but certainly till the 14th, you still haven't missed the time when electors gathered.
Which is December 14th, the Electoral College meets, and that's when electors vote for president. Even if some electors do not vote with the will of the people, it's unlikely to change the course of the election. December 23rd, the Senate receives electoral votes. They are delivered in actual envelopes. Then, on January 3rd, the new Congress is sworn in and prepares for the joint session, which happens 3 days later on January 6th, when Congress literally opens those envelopes and reads how the electors voted from each state. The Senate and House would have to agree to reject a state's results, which is highly unlikely. If there's no majority winner, the House chooses an interim president until a majority is reached. Either way, if President Trump does not hold the majority of electors, he will vacate the Oval Office.
The Secret Service will have to escort anyone who does not fit the description of the president or acting president on January 20th.
That would be unprecedented, but not impossible in this unprecedented election. David Winter, Local 12 News.
Thanks for breaking it down, David. The projected president-elect is working to transition into office, even though the General Services Administration, the GSA, has yet to determine a winner. Now, that means $10 million in transition funds and things like office space at the Capitol are being withheld, just like in 2000 when the Bush-Gore election was caught up in court until December 13th.